Is it the mustache? Who knows?
How many years in the German system? 6.5 if you don't take extra time, which I'm definitely doing. Ezreal Archer. This is the other very doomed matchup. I don't think there's a downside to me developing. Nice stash, thank you. Do I know which residency I'm applying to? Oh, that's low value. Probably psychosomatics. Stupid mirror, I got a tie game for the second time. Oh my goodness. That's very rare though. I think the mirror is interesting. It's not that easy to navigate. So I could Peddler, Brittle, and tank 3. Ezreal Archer block here, tank less, but I don't get rid of Draven. I think I like the Brittle play, the debate. 8 years minimum from student to surgeon intern. That's the States, right? Because you have to do the pre-doc thing. Okay. I might not block this. Man, I might be getting paranoid here, but like in these recent days, I feel like my opponents are playing very adequately to the cards I have in hand. But I think as a streamer, you always start to have a tendency to think your opponents are sniping when they aren't. Yeah, the thing is, in Germany, we don't have undergrad, or rather, we do our undergrad in like 2 years, and it's already part of medicine studies. Like, we don't have to do an undergrad in science, but we... Like, the first 2 years of our studies are very science-focused, but we also do anatomy. I mean, I'm glad that opponent is playing this so slowly. I feel like I could have had way less HP at this point. Swing isn't bad, now that I think of it. If that makes opponent open up with Ravenous Flock, I get Ezreal Archer. Maybe I should have swung. We win late game? Well, not if opponent drops Farron. We win if we have more than 12 HP and some freezes in hand, but that's close to impossible. And then we also need to fend off Ezreal. Like, generally this matchup is so, like, close to impossible to win. This and Scouts are probably the two worst matchups for this deck. I might just go for the low value Brittle. Do I want to play Foundry this turn though? I probably do. Could just let this go through again. I don't really like either of those lines. Get him, Teemo. $14 for my brother-in-law internship, and all did go for double specializing though. Yeah, it's like you can't stay in that career path forever. You can get infinite education in medicine and you still won't catch up to the newest standards. Like, you still won't know everything. It's crazy. Tons of Ezreal earlier this week is weird. Yeah, Ezreal is a sick deck in the current meta now that no one plays Go Hard anymore. This could be a debate. But I barely have blockers if I let this die. Oh, damn. This is a shitty spot to be in. Screw it. Elusive incoming? I mean, if it would have been Solitary Monk, at least all of this board would have been gone. I wouldn't have minded that at all. But other elusives would have been annoying, like Shadow Assassin or something. Booyah. Okay, I think we have to play one Ice Veil Archer. Aeronaut, right, that card still exists as well. Okay. Well, in that case... I still think we replay Ice Veil Archer. This we can still use mid-combat. Plus develop something else than a sentry.
Time for a true display of skill.
Thank goodness he doesn't have Static Shock. Do we brittle this or do we let it die? It looks like opponent doesn't have static, which makes this a good blocker. Most of these versions will only run 2, one has been played already. I'm tempted to play the second Foundry, but I also need to get rid of Ezreal this turn. So it's probably... If opponent has removal for this, I can't get rid of Ezreal anyway. Then I probably want to play the other Foundry. I'm not sure if the Brittle is good. How do I get my mustache as big and strong as yours? Ask Braum. The truth is, just never shave and don't touch it and let it be. Let it be free. Let it grow wildly. This is an interesting game. I really don't understand opponent's way of playing. Okay, this is pretty decent for us. I was more afraid of like Scorched Earth on the Teemo. Think of this line, use Chant on Teemo and Ezreal, block the 2-2 with Teemo and Thermo S after combat. But Ezreal is on 5 out of 6. So he's likely to flip this turn, which means we can't Thermo him. Okay, for some weird reason we have a shot at this game. I thought it looked pretty dire. It's still not looking good, eh? Things are going about as well as they could have gone for us. And yet we're in Farron range. So Ezreal kind of wins here. Farron wouldn't be that big of a deal yet. Like, we might be able to outrace a Farron. Maybe. But we don't have an answer for Ezreal. Do we have to Aftershock Nexus and hope for Omega high roll? I mean, high roll plus Mystic Shot would work, or double Mystic. We still have all 3 in deck. It's probably the best bet we have, the best chance we have. We're not really surviving an attack. Like, right? I don't think we can survive next turn. Like, if I Aftershock Draven here, block. I mean, the opponent has 5 cards in hand. I don't really see us surviving another turn. Well, if we find a Harsh wins, but even then I think Ezreal burns us to death. That's a sad Tri-Beam. When in doubt, go face. Nice mill there. Not quite good enough. 9 mana. Is there a chance? Is there a like slither of a chance we live? Probably. Ah, it's gonna be tough. The 3 damage is getting through, right? Wait, but we don't have any enemies left our opponent can target. Maybe we can do the impossible here. Oh, that's unfortunate. So he's turning 1 non-burn spell into Nexus Burn. Wait. Would this fizzle if the targeted unit is frostbitten? Or does the spell still go through and Ezreal damages the Nexus? Because technically the unit doesn't strike, right? Attempts to deal damage though, so it's probably still going through. But can't strike. Does the spell fizzle? I have no idea. And it doesn't? You mean it doesn't fizzle? They cast? Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Oh, he's digging. God damn. Please, 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 please. Yes, 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 come on. Yes. Feels good. Feels good. Oh, that was a thriller of a game to win.